Let's talk about Kyrie Irving and the season that he had. Based off of the expectations that you have for Kyrie Irving, what grade?
Well, let me set this up a second. So with these exit surveys, I always do based off your expectations, which if you're going into, I feel it's the best measure. I'm curious how people did they over or underperform expectations? I believe overwhelmingly it was A's, correct? Well, not overwhelmingly, it seems.
B.
The
A lot of B's.
So grade Kyrie Irving season based on your expectations for him. 46.3% gave Kyrie Irving an A. 45.3% gave Kyrie Irving a B. 7.9% gave Kyrie a C.
All right, around 8% of respondents go to the principal's office. Seriously,
So,
that
you guys are all A's?
Oh my God, A plus plus
Yeah.
plus
Yeah,
plus
I'd give it
plus
A.
plus plus.
If I had to guess, it's that Kyrie, the lower grades are accounting for the fact that he wasn't up to the task of being the team's lone ball handler. Not to say that he should have ever been asked.
That was never the expectation, though.
Correct.
I agree.
Correct.
I mean, I think the only case for a B is the availability, which, you know, and is that his fault? I mean, right before the injury, he was playing a ridiculous amount of minutes. You know,
and playing at an all NBA level.
You saw when the injury happened that, you know, it was initiated by a step on Valanciunas that was awkward. You know, after people at first thought, oh, this has to be a result of the heavy load he was taking, but it was a tangle with Valanciunas that led to the injury. When he was on the floor, he was an unquestioned A, and you could even say A plus.
And that's what we're doing this for. You know, I think over this week, next week, we're talking about players, just going back to the seasons that they had, and we're starting off with your opinions, and those are important. But yeah, I think we disagree. You know, anybody who that this wasn't overwhelmingly A. I don't know how you get that from this season outside of the fact that just unfortunately he couldn't finish it, and you know that a couple times he was asked to do more than the expectations ever were for him, but he was awesome. I mean, he started a little slow, but
he still wound up finishing flirting with a 50-40-90 season. I mean, he averaged nearly 25 points per game in 50 games at 36 minutes of play, shot 47.3% from the field, 40.1% from three, and over 91% from the free throw line.
How in God's name can you give that a B? Like, he was leading the league in minutes for like 3.5 weeks.
Yes.
And I mean, they beat, leading up to that injury, like before the All-Star break, they beat the Rockets, they beat the Celtics in Boston, they beat the Warriors, they beat the Heat. Like, Kyrie was like absolutely supermaning all across the entire NBA. He had 48 or 46.
Hell, I give him an
Denver.
A for stepping up to the free throw line with the torn ACL.
Oh my dude,
and knocking down the 2 free throws
like,
before he
it
left.
is absolutely like, you know, everyone's entitled to their opinion, but some of you are very dumb. All right.
From
A plus.
He averaged almost 20. So if you exclude the game he returned and the game he got hurt, in the 18 games in between that, and again the game he came back from a back injury. You know, what.
Did he play half the season with a
whatever
some
back.
undiagnosed, contentiously diagnosed back injury?
Yeah. Well, he averaged in that span 27 points, 5.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists on 46, 35, and 94.
Yeah, and that's using the great Derek Lively with ball screens and with Luka hogging double teams, right?
Oh no,
not at all.
Oh no, it was using the 5-out spacing of Kessler Edwards.
Oh. God, dude, Kyrie's season was unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Honestly, like, him suffering the injury and wasting that season and losing that season is almost just as bad as anything else that happened to the team this year.
Yeah, because as we mentioned earlier, again, he played at an all-NBA level. I mean, the guy he did everything that you could possibly ask for him, especially in the situation that he was put in after the trade was over.
Did I say he started slow? Scratch that, ignore me, I'm an idiot. I was thinking of 2 seasons ago.
2 seasons ago, not great.
Yeah, 2 seasons ago, he did take about a month to get in. This season was just awesome from the start. He had a where was it?
He had a
43
in Denver, yeah.
43 against Denver.
And they lost that game, I believe, and
on
it was not because of him.
17 of 22 shooting.
Yeah.
43 points on 22 shots Ethical King only went to the line 3 times.
That's what I'm talking about.
Would you guys like to guess the most free throws he had all season? Or how many times did he have double-digit free throws?
3,
2.
Wow.
Yeah.
The
Ethical
dude is
King.
like easily one of the best offensive players of all time, and he gets the whistle of a backup. Like, it is disgusting. But it's because he doesn't. Hey, ref! Oh my God! Foul! He doesn't do any of that. He just plays basketball.
Yes.
Please,
Yeah.
God, I
Get that
love
as a
watching
drop,
Kyrie
Tanner.
play. So I miss him. Oh my God, I miss watching Kyrie.
Who is that imitation?
Which
Anthony
one?
Edwards.
That was Ant. Yeah.
Yeah.
But oh my God, it was Cat.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. Did you know?
Are we married? Like, what is going on here? Like
You know,
this
Cat
it happens too often. Like, this is crazy.
Ant came into the league, and I feel like he really didn't do that stuff until he hung out with
my
Luka
gosh.
one year at All-Star Weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, it's just Luka's fault.
You
Oh
do
my
spend more time here than at home, almost, don't you?
That's a lie. That is a damn lie. I spend a lot of time at home. But as much time as I spend with Corella, we clearly almost have the same brain. Almost, because it's kind of
We
insanity.
finish each other's foul cries.
Or Charlie Brown songs.
Yeah.
It's just kind of it is what it is. Shout out to TNT vibes. Oh my gosh, I can't stop laughing. Oh
Kyrie doesn't do any of that. He just plays.
He really does.
And he kicks that dude's ass, and then the next guy comes and guards him, and he kicks their ass. You have to double team him to take him out of the game. And he's still going to probably hit you for 25 in the fourth quarter. Like, the dude is unbelievable.
He's tough as nails, man.
Yeah.
Like, Kyrie is tough as nails,
He
dude.
can obviously be reduced in effectiveness sometimes against like the longest, most athletic, best defenders in the NBA at this point of his career. Also, at all points of his career. But then also, he could just have a moment where he's like, I'm going to ISO Wemby and score over him.
Yeah, dude, it was unbelievable.
That's one of the sickest places I've ever had as a Mav.
Was that 2 years ago as well?
Against the Spurs? Yes, it was.
Yeah,
it
it was.
Wemby's rookie year.
Yeah.
And now, I mean, it's the Mavs' responsibility, obviously, to not only replace his production as much as they can, as best they can while he's gone, but then also create a situation where when he comes back, he doesn't have to play 42 minutes a game again.
Yeah.
You know, like, he can't.
Yes.
I don't need him doing that for the rest of his career unless it's like May or June.
And that's, to me, like the loudest question of the up there with the loudest questions of the offseason. Maybe not the loudest, but it's up. Like, how do they balance this backcourt? How are they going? They have to bring in someone with size, ball handling, and defensive capabilities to pair with Kyrie to make his life easier. You have to, when you're building this team, you're doing it with the vision of him being back, not just thinking about the start of the season when you know he's out until at least likely January. But like, how are they going to address that massive need in the backcourt? Again, you need someone with size, playmaking ability, and defensive ability, and you have no cap space. And I could see Bobby Carell is just itching to run through all the apron restrictions that are looming.
He's got
over
plenty
the
of time in the
He
offseason
played
to do that.
208 minutes in a 5-game stretch.
It's insane.
Yeah.
It's absolutely insane.